Good morning, my Mystic Tribe, and welcome back to my channel. I am Mystic Jen, and I'm here with another reading concerning this Russia-Ukraine conflict. I did receive a comment and a suggestion for a reading from one of you out there, and this was from Casey Blue, and she says, "Hello, can you please read on the sinking of the Russian flagship Moskva?" And I might be mispronouncing that. I do apologize. But Moskva by the Ukrainians. Was there nuclear weapons on the ship? How will Putin retaliate? Thank you. So that is going to be the subject of today's reading. The sinking of the ship. Okay. You know, I've been doing a lot of general readings where the energies were currently and not really doing specifics. But this I felt was a really good question. So, we are going to dive in. Grab your coffee as usual. And I'm just hoping that my cloth is okay. It's a little bit damp. I spilled water all over my table. And I've been waiting to do this video till it's most of the way dry because I didn't want to put my cards in wet water. That's not good for paper. Anyhow, I do thank you, each and every one of you, for your likes, shares, and subscribes. And your wonderful, beautiful energy that you put forth towards my channel. And I am going live for readings today at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, aka New York time. Just so that you know, I'm hoping that that is early enough for some people overseas, like that it's not too late for them, but not too early for the people over here on this side of the Great Atlantic. Okay, anyhow, let's go ahead and dig into the reading. Okay, guys, I was just like trying to meditate to figure what spread Spirit wanted me to use, and I'm going to go with my version of the Celtic Cross. Okay, so let's just go ahead and take a look here. The Tower there, oh my gosh. This is that explosive energy, that surprise attack. Okay. Page of Pentacles. The World. Spirit is definitely going to be talking in this, because this was got the attention of the world. Three of Pentacles. Queen of Swords. I would say Putin is pissed. Absolutely. Five of Pentacles. Putin is going to be trying to do some kind of damage control on this. That was a huge loss. High Priestess. Queen of Wands. There's a lot of feminine energy here. For whatever reason, there's a lot of feminine energy, which is, I find, very interesting. Five of Wands. Just trying to get my cards lined up here so I have room. Let's move the crystal ball. There we go. Ace of Pentacles. Putin is definitely struggling with this thing, And we have under the deck King of Cups. This is like screaming to me. Secretly, with this High Priestess card here, United States had some kind of hand in this. I'm putting that out there now. This might have come from some kind of planning from somebody in the United States. I would like to say Biden, but I'll just leave it at that. 10 of Wands. Very interesting energy. I'll get some clarifiers over here as well. Putin is going to end up being on the defensive, having to defend himself here with that 9 of Wands energy. Four of Swords energy. He's regrouping. He's been injured. Russia's been injured by this. Two of Cups. You know, Putin's trying to partner up with somebody. Russia wants to partner up with somebody. Russia needs some help. Okay? That's what I'm getting. Russia needs some help. And they're going to be pleading on an emotional standpoint with another country. And we have the Star card. Aquarius energy. This can also be because we know that President Zelensky is an Aquarius. So this could be trying to come up with some kind of truce, some kind of peace treaty here with Ukraine. You know, Russia is finding out that they are vulnerable. You know, Putin thought that they were invincible. But Putin is also finding out that Russia is not as invincible as what he believed. Okay? But getting into the heart of the matter, and I feel like there's three cards here that really go well together. Okay, we have news of a surprise attack from around the world. Okay, this was a successful completion. Ukraine accomplished their goals. Okay, and it was very much on a surprise here. And I'm getting here a collaboration or cooperation. They're telling me that they received the weapons. They may have received them from the United States because President Biden is a Scorpio. When I see the King of Cups in these political readings, it reminds me of the Scorpio. Okay? I feel like, yes, he definitely gave an offer to Ukraine of help and support that came as a total shock. Okay? It's like nobody really would expected the United States to step up and do anything. I feel like that they gave some weapons to Ukraine here and there, but United States has been really trying to stay out of this altogether. But now that I'm seeing this, I'm feeling like the United States might be more involved than what the world realizes, because we do have here secret plans, secret alliance here with this High Priestess card. But I feel that there are some sort of consequences that if it became official, that Biden and his administration could have some kind of consequences. And I feel like it has to do with international, maybe it has to do with NATO. Almost like maybe United States overstepped some boundaries. I don't know where this is coming from. I'm just telling you what they're telling me. Okay? But This is talking to me about across the world, across the globe. The world card behind it. And, shit. Immediately, as soon as I said that, they drew my attention to the one corner of this card. There's an eagle there. Fucking United States. Okay? United States. They finally fucking did something. They may not have sent troops, but they did something bold. Okay? And there may have been some kind of meetings with the United States, maybe phone calls, conversations, could have been Zoom meeting, whatever, okay? But there's definitely a plan that was being worked out. United States was part of it, a big part of it, with President Zelensky, okay? President Zelensky was sitting in an energy of being very scorned, very pissed off, upset, and damaged, okay, by all these attacks from Russia. But there is this great plan. And the Queen of Swords to me is also talking about meeting of the minds. Very well thought out plan. I mean, and the strategy that they came up with worked. Okay? I really want to know more about this world card, though. Tell me more about the world card underneath it, of people behind us. Okay, we have an emperor. So we do have a world leader behind the scenes that was working on this plan with Ukraine. That is my confirmation there, folks. Okay, that is my confirmation. And it is a card of Aries, Aries season. We are in Aries season, which totally makes sense to me. But what is the after effects of this? There is definitely some damage here with the Five of Pentacles. This was a huge blow. No pun intended, but a huge blow for Russia to lose that flagship. Okay? Now, as far as how I feel like this is Putin's energy. High Priestess making a decision. So he is secretly trying to make up his own plan that may involve a counterattack. But there is a prominent female, feminine energy once again in the environment. I'm telling you folks, I've been saying this all along. I'm waiting for it to come out. Okay? High Priestess, Queen of Wands. There is a female working behind the scenes. Very secretly. Very quietly. The world in general is not aware of it yet. But there is a female that is driving the actions of Ukraine. So, you know, Biden, that could be just the United States. This could be an American woman. I'm not saying that it is. But this this woman working with the United States, this could be a Ukrainian woman that's prominent working with the United States, reaching out to world leaders. And I feel that the United States did step up to the plate and answer that call here. But with this Five of Wands, let me go back to this. Okay, okay, they're telling me to stop and collect my thoughts here. Because I have so much energy, so many messages that are just bombarding me right now, and I'm trying to organize them in a good order that makes sense instead of just throwing random shit out there that comes to my head. Okay, so the aftermath of the sinking of this ship, as I said, is a major blow to Russia. Now, with moving forward, Russia is getting in deeper and deeper in financial distress here. And I'm seeing a lot of wounded. And that's on Russia's side. You know, this is talking about Russia being really wounded, casualties. Casualties, injuries. They are definitely going to be suffering in the upcoming days and weeks. Thank you, Spirit. They just told me something else when I'm looking at this High Priestess, when I'm trying to move forward here. Okay? The High Priestess is talking about Russia hiding the fact that they're hurting. Russia wants to put on a persona of the strong and mighty country. Putin wants to be the strong, mighty leader. Okay? That nothing can break him. He is going to be broken. Russia, I'm sorry if you're a Russia fan, if you're Russian, but there is poverty. There is a break. Russia is going to be broken in this scenario. And it's evident over here. It's like Russia's going to get to their breaking point. And they're going to be ready to put down arms here real soon. They're on the defense now. They're like, holy shit. Ukraine is attacking us. It's not just us attacking them. We're supposed to be in control, but Ukraine is coming back on an offensive measures and attacking us. This is what's blowing Putin's mind. He can't believe that he is being attacked by Ukraine. Okay? That is what is blowing his mind right now. And I think that's what he's having trouble wrapping his head around. How can this be happening? This is not the part of the plan. This is not how this was supposed to be played out. I get a lot of sense of confusion around President Putin. And I'm gonna flat out put this here. I think there is a female, maybe even a female around Putin as well. Because we have a lot of feminine energy in this reading. So, that could be Putin's mistress. Could also be involved. She may be clouding Putin's mind. I'm going to be vulgar here. I'm going to say Putin could be thinking with the wrong head. Just saying. If that part of his body is even functional at this point. Who knows? But I'm getting the sense, though, that whoever was backing Russia is going to be turning a blind eye, turning their head away from the destruction that's happening in Russia. It's like, we tried to tell you, it's like somebody's tried to tell Putin, don't do this, back out, take a break from this, get out of Ukraine before something disastrous happens. And now that something they had this major loss, somebody who is advising Putin is like turning their head. They're like not saying a word. They're keeping their fucking mouth shut. And they are watching the wheels turn. And I do want to draw some cards for this Queen of Wands here. Because I do feel that there's somebody in the environment working with the United States. There's two women here. This is representing two women to me. We have two here also, but I'm feeling like the environment is involving a couple prominent women, one on each side. Okay? I want to know more about the one with Russia. Tell me about the woman involved with Russia. Nine of Cups. I feel like an overindulgence, living a very luxurious life. That has to be Putin's mistress. Ten of Swords, but there's a betrayal there. Wow. Either she's going to betray Putin or Putin's going to betray her. She was living a luxurious life. Okay, they're saying that Putin brought her out of a life of misery. Page of Cups. Okay. Two women, two feminine energies. There is a sense of betrayal here on multiple levels. What I feel is that she's turning her face away from what's happening because she doesn't want to face it. She doesn't want to see it. Putin may feel that she gave him bad advice. But I'm getting the sense that he feels betrayed by her because she's turning her back on the situation. But at the same time, I think it goes both ways. He might be even getting involved with yet another woman. Okay, hence a scorned. Somebody who's scorned, somebody who is hurt, who is bitter. This woman's going to become bitter over somebody else, another woman. There's definitely, I get, competition and jealousy. Wow. So Putin, I feel, is not being objective because he's got personal drama going on in his personal life. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. So a little deeper in Putin's personal life. He's got drama going on there. Drama, drama, drama. Okay. I want to know about, I just said about this Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Cups with Hanged Man flew out of the deck. Okay, I mean, flew out before I even got my question formulated in my mind, but Spirit knew what I was asking. Okay, so they're talking about her hanging in there. I think she was waiting on some sort of change to happen because she really loved Putin. But now, I feel there's another woman in the mix. Maybe that's Putin's wife. Maybe he is turning his back on her, on the mistress, and focusing on the wife after the mistress has hung in there with him for so long, and now she's pissed. Okay? So, they're giving a little bit of background information on who it is that is behind Russia. I'm just checking to make sure my card's not wet. Okay? To give us some background information on who is behind Russia. Okay? And I definitely feel it is representing of his mistress. And there is definitely some bitter feelings. There's a lot of fucking drama going on personally. Okay? Okay. Now, let's take a look at Zelensky's partner in crime, who's the woman behind President Zelensky, who was, okay, we got Temperance. Okay, that could be a Sagittarius. We got fire, fire, fire. I'm not sure what sign Zelensky's wife is, but this is somebody here. Thank you, Spirit. There is a woman. Her role on Zelensky's part is to bring about a sense of balance, to bring about healing the country. It's like her mission to try to heal the fucking world. Okay? But starting with Ukraine. And she is mingling, thank you, mingling with other world leaders, like the United States, for instance, to bring about a sense of peace and harmony. It's like her plea for help to stop the fighting. Her hope's to stop the fighting. Okay? To bring about world peace. That is her ultimate goal. And the devil energy. Capricorn energy. To bring about peace. Stop the negativity. Stop the fucking devil. in her mind, Putin is the devil. A lot of people would agree with me. I'm trying to stay neutral here. I've got my opinion too. But this is about some evil running rampant. A lot of death, a lot of fear. You know, she wants to put the world's fear, Ukraine's fear aside, and neighboring countries. Wants to break that chain. She wants to bring about the peace, give people peace of mind so they don't have to worry. So she's pleading with other countries for some help and support to bring an ending to this war. So, whoever it is that's working on President Zelensky's side is pure of heart. Okay? You know, this is a totally different energy than the woman on Putin's side. On Putin's side, it's just total emotional, personal dramas going on around him, which kind of makes him a little bit more aggressive because he's moody. Maybe he's not getting a piece of ass from her, from his mistress, or maybe not even from his wife. Who the fuck knows? But he's very moody. He's not thinking rationally. And that is going to be to Ukraine's advantage, actually. But now, there's this energy of, oh fuck, I'm being attacked, type of energy. Now, you know, this conflict here. We've got fives here, which is change and conflict. There is a change that is coming up. Absolutely. The change is coming up. And there seems to be an offer to lighten the load. Okay? This is, I'm saying the burdens of Ukraine, the burdens of the world, and the burdens of Russia. Everybody. Everybody's feeling the heavy load. Everybody's feeling the weight. Okay? A lot of the weight is coming from the source. Beginning with money. Okay? This is affecting not just the loss of life, but the world economy. Now, as far as the question if there were nuclear weapons on board that ship, I gotta ask that real quick. But this is a King of Cups, out of heart, out of love, and I feel like this is the United States. Is that feeling damp? I hope not. I don't want to have to replace this deck. This is somebody out of heart offering a hand, assistance to lighten the load, to lighten the burden. Okay, were there nuclear weapons on board, please? And I'm going to use a different deck to ask that question. Okay. Because Spirit told me to use this deck, my Steampunk Tarot, to ask that particular question. Blown away. Whew. Okay, yeah. That ship was blown away. It was sunk. Whew. I don't know how it was sunk. I did not read about it. I do want to say that too. I forgot to mention that. I did not read about the sinking. Okay. I don't know if it was a torpedo or a missile. I keep hearing torpedo. So, correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, we have the Knight of Swords. I'm asking if there was any nuclear weapons on board. Somebody that, you know, there's definitely a purpose for that ship. It did have weapons. They're confirming weapons. Knight of Pentacles. You know, soldiers, weapons. There were soldiers on board who were armed. Being very cautious. Cautious movement. Justice. I want to say yes, there were nuclear weapons. And whoever made the call to sink that ship was the right decision, is what they're saying. There were weapons, soldiers and weapons on board, and the call was made to sink that ship, and it was the right, correct call. That's what they're telling me here. So, I'm feeling that there was some kind of dangerous weapon on board. Very well could have been nuclear weapons. I'm feeling, or even biological, possibly biological or chemical. I'm feeling like the nuclear side of it, they're telling me there really wasn't much on the nuclear. There were maybe a few, but I'm feeling more traditional weapons, and I'm hearing biological. I keep hearing biological. So there could have been something like, as far as disease is concerned. And they're showing me China. I would not be surprised if China armed Russia with something biological. You know, where did this COVID-19 come out of? It came out of China. Just saying, just let that kind of sit and sink in there for a minute. So that is why they're telling me something biological was the main weapon. Nuclear, that has a potential. It's kind of ambiguous if there was definitely nuclear weapons. If there were not many. The main thing was biological. Now, it'll be for another reading. It'll be interesting to see if there were biological weapons on that ship, what the effects of the environment are going to be with sinking that ship. Anyhow, moving forward. As I said, we do have somebody giving that offer for relief. Relief offer to Ukraine. And where this is leaving Russia is, again, Russia's finding themselves having to be on the defensive instead of the offensive. You know, this is something that Russia is not used to. This is out of Russia's comfort zone to have to defend. Okay? They're usually the aggressor. They're usually on the offense. But they are having to defend their homeland. And that scares the fucking shit out of Putin. Let me tell you. Okay? He is contemplating and thinking about the whole scenario. What is his next move? What should he do next? And it's like, I'm hearing fight or flight. Okay? But there's going to be another meeting. You know, and secret meeting. Remember, I think the last reading I said there's some kind of secret meeting that's going to go on between Putin and Zelensky. If that has happened, there's another one. But I'm feeling that meeting hasn't officially happened yet. And I feel that they are going to come together. Remember when I was saying breaking bread together? 2 of Cups, having drinks. That I'm getting that same vibe. That was 3 of Cups, I think it was, in the last reading. But it's kind of the same vibe. This is a partnership, though. It's going from the planning to breaking bread to talking to actually partnering up to coming to some agreement here that is going to bring about a sense of peace and healing here with the Star card. This is being divinely guided, divine protection over the innocent. This is going to bring some hope. So they're saying, Spirit is saying, there is definitely hope for peace in the situation. And it took scaring the shit out of Putin to get to this point. And, you know, I don't like to give Biden administration any kind of credit, but because I have my own personal beliefs of who I support, and I've made it known that I do not support Biden. However, I have to give credit where credit is due. I have to be non-partial in the reading. This was definitely, You know, President Biden might have come up with this idea on his own or him and his cabinet. But Biden offering relief to the Ukrainians. And the relief that was provided was the foundation of this attack on that flagship of Russia. It was, whatever this is, enabled Ukraine to go on the defensive. So, I'm feeling that Putin is being advised not to retaliate. It's a matter of if he is going to listen or not. I'm not seeing a retaliation at this point. Yes, we do have the Five of Wands here, but this is the wish, the hopes. You know, the hopes that the fighting will end is what I get from that. Okay? So, folks, this is what I have for you guys now. I will continue every so often. I don't feel the need to do it daily, because unless something major happens or something changes. But this was something major, so I had to do a reading on it. And I do thank you very much, Casey, for bringing this issue to my attention. And very informative read of what's going on. Okay, that's it for now. I do thank each and every one of you for watching. If you're new to my channel, welcome to my Mystic Tribe. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe, share, and comment. I love each and every one of you. And until the next reading, I bid you farewell. Love and light. Blessed be.